Welcome to ASTG classes, and in today's class we will start with the topic of iterative statement. In our previous few videos we have completed the topic of conditional statement, the different types of conditional statement with practicals. I hope you have understood those videos. Now it's time to start with the topic of iterative statement. Iterative statements are also called as looping statement. So looping statement means repeating a block of statement for a certain number of times. Okay. Now, in case of Python, we have two looping statements. Okay. One is for loop and second one is while loop. Now, today we will just discuss its basics, and from the next video we will start with one of the loop. I am planning to start with the for loop. Okay. So, let's discuss the basic of this loop. So, this for loop is also called as counting loop. Okay, this for loop is basically used for counting purpose. Okay, counting loop. Okay, and while loop is known as conditional loop or entry control loop. Okay, conditional loop or entry control loop. Now, why counting loop? For loop is also known as counting loop, or it's used for the purpose of counting. Why? Because the for loop is being structured in such a manner that we know that this particular loop will going to run for this much amount of times. Okay, and for that kind of purposes we basically go for the for loop. Now, when while loop is a good approach or a good one only when we don't know when the condition will going to false. So something like a menu driven type of program. So for that type of program, while loop is a very good choice. Now we will see certain scenario in which we have to write the for loop using while loop and vice versa. The only difference which lies in this case is the way of writing. Okay, so in case of for, we don't need any condition. Okay, but in case of while, we need a condition. That's the thing. And yes, one is a conditional and second one is a counting one. So that's the basic, you can say. And that's all for today's video. Okay, I don't want to make too much complexity within this video. Trying to keep the things as simple as I can. Okay. Now I am planning to start with the topic of for loop from the next video, but in order to understand for loop we need certain preliminary knowledge, and for that we will start with the topic of range function. So in our next video we will start with the topic of range. Okay, now so I hope you have understood everything. Today's video, it's just a quite few points are there. Okay, but still, if you have any doubt, you are free to ask me in the comment section. The comment section is for you. And that's all for today. Let's meet you in the next video. Thank you very much.